What is going on? This your boy Dr. Hood, and we back with another exclusive DRH19D. You dig? DRH19D. If you didn't know, hit the like and subscribe button. Support the channel. We got the Lapeef Network. What's hotter than the Lapeef Network? Shout out Lapeef. Anton Daniels, shout out Ali, Bruiser, Mr. Let Go in the building. You know, it's a lot of hard hitters in the building on the men's side. Women, I ain't gonna front. I ain't went over there and checked y'all out yet. I checked out Veronica. She got a pretty decent following. I heard, you know, these women allude that they got channels and stuff, but hey, I'm not over there, so I don't know. Anyway, this was an interesting exchange between Anton Daniels and Bruiser. Let's check it out.
I do it for a greater purpose. You know what I'm saying? I know that in order for me to be able to tell other people that they got to move a certain type of way or to give them the blueprint on how it is that they can be successfully married, I have to be a reflection of the thing that I advocate for. So it's different from me. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean that I don't love beautiful women around me. It don't mean that I'm not gonna have, that I don't check out chicks or whatever, so on and so forth or whatever. I just don't believe.
You guys be careful, man. Be careful. You know, you don't want to get up on here waffling and, you know what I'm saying things that is irrelevant. It's not gonna benefit you to put all your business on YouTube. Yeah, the ratings and everything, but everybody's not getting ratings. Everybody's not Anton Daniels getting buku ratings, right?
That A, they not worth my time. B, they ain't even close to the quality of the woman that I have. C, I also want to be the man that I would love for my daughter to marry. And then D, I have a higher expectation on my life, and I esteem myself greater than what normal people would esteem themselves. So I just hold myself to a higher standard than other people do.
Come on, man, don't do that, Anton.
Yeah, you should. You know, I don't think men should get patted on the back for wanting to be above average, right? You know, the normal guy has a mindset. I don't get a pat on my back because I want to do better than him, right? You know what I'm saying? You gotta do better than yourself at the end of the day. But let's hear what Bruiser got to say.
Oh no, this real talk.
Hold on. Let him push back.
That means his wife is doing a good job too. Just wanted to say.
I mean, I get it, man. Look, I commend you for all.
That means his wife is doing a good job too. I mean, let's get into it. Maybe I missed more than. Maybe they should have clipped this a little earlier, right?
All that, Anton, I commend you.
Here comes a butt, though.
Bruh,
No, let him go. Let him rock.
you had
Mr. Let Go. He's coming in. I'm gonna make my debut. I'm gonna get up on this channel and see what's popping. You dig? And I know it's gonna be some super pushback. I ain't seen Logic on here in a minute. I wonder what's going on. I seen Kayla on another panel. You know, salute to her. Everybody still doing their thing. You know, it's a journey.
the charm, and I'm not trying to take shots at it, but
No,
this shit is real.
You want to say?
Charm and the height and all that, and the fitness and stuff that I had when I was 20. I was jumping over the rim, bro. I had just in the gym trying to run.
But why did you get married then,
bro?
bro?
Why did he get married then? Hey man, listen, and I ain't gonna get into it. You know, it's a lot of men in these spaces that have been married and fucked up marriages and stuff, you know, so now they're on here and, you know, I'm not saying that that's Mr. Let Go's thing. I think they alluded to something of that nature, like he's been married before. A lot of these guys have, or some of them at least. But I hear what he's saying, you know, like a guy, Anton Daniels. I mean, let's just be real. I mean, he doesn't, if Bruiser's talking about the height and, you know, everything, I would guess that Bruiser's over 6 foot, right? You know, you're not a 5'9" guy talking about height. You know, 5'9" guys, we're not bringing up height, right? Anton Daniels looks like he's under 5'9". I could be wrong. Bruiser doesn't look over 5'10", you know, but he could be 6'2". You know, Anton, I could think he's 5'6", 5'7". He could be 5'10", you know, so I don't really know. Evidently, he knows something that I don't know. Maybe Anton's a short dude, but he's alluding, you know, if he's the top of his class, and so, and if you're not that, then you won't understand what I'm saying. But there's guys that get sought out at a very young age, and it has very little to do with finances or anything. It's strictly looks and, you know, the way that guy can finesse the situation. Okay, so hey, you know, this is worth an argument that I think they both should sit down together without having everybody heckling, you know, in the background, because I think this is one that doesn't get talked about a lot. You know, Antoine, he probably got lucky and found a good one, you know, out of his neighborhood. But what Bruiser's alluding to is, were you one of the draft picks amongst your peers, amongst men? You know, I think that's what he should have said. But he's very articulate, so he can hash it out. Let's hear it.
Bro, I'm saying I don't believe you. I get it. You established you made.
Hey man, stay what you want to say. That's what Dr. Hood's here for. You know, I want to encourage people to, like, you already on here. You already been, you know, airing out all your laundry. Say what you want to say. You don't believe Anton had it like that. You don't believe that he was highly sought out by a lot of women. Not just thoughts. We're not talking about thoughts. We're talking about decent women, right? Before the money and the YouTube fame and all of this. Now, Anton, he's made himself a catch. You know, he allegedly, you know, probably got a few M's, right? You know, businesses going on, doing things, YouTube, monetizing. YouTube, they cash out every 20th, 21st of every month. You know, they're never late, right? That money's gonna be in there. If it texts your phone when the money hit, that money's gonna be there, right? So he's manipulated and you know, was able to create this for himself, and, you know, commendable. Everything's commendable, but everybody's not 40 years old either. Some people are young, trying to figure it out. So this is what Bruiser's alluding to. He's beating around the bush a little bit because, hey, you know, when you're talking about the food chain, even though Bruiser's good, and I feel like he's gonna stand the test of time, you know, it's still kind of early to come fuck with Anton right now on this. So, you know, you don't really want to piss him off, but I get what you're saying. You don't even have to say much. Dr. Hood's here to dissect these things. You know, he didn't think Anton really had his way with women at a young age before you turn 35. Before you start to come into your money and starting to get things, you know, and you can have sex with a woman every day, but you're gonna have to lower your standards, and we'll talk about that.
You self-made from the jump. I don't believe that you had the amount of pressure I had.
Right.
Because you said you had women running.
Oh, okay. So you're trying to say,
Stop. Hey, Rita.
They beating me.
See, you should have let Veronica get in there.
Like I'm the villain. I don't think they had the same amount of pressure I had. That's what I'm saying.
Bruiser, you are the villain right now.
they have different goals.
You know, the interesting thing about it is that it's people in the chat that know me in real life. They've known me over 25, 30 years. Come here, baby. What was I like in high school? In your opinion, honestly, what was I like in high school in your opinion?
Arrogant a-hole.
Why? Why was I arrogant?
We can't hear her. What she
You gotta
said?
talk about that.
He was an arrogant a-hole.
And why was I like that? Let me refine that. Have I ever in your life, honest to God, have I ever in your life ever had a problem getting women? And the first day that I met you, what did I say to you?
It's like, hey, you don't have to be highly sought out for you to have a problem getting women. But it seemed like Bruiser kind of digressed because, you know, he's not going to win this conversation. He's got Mr. Let Go up at the top. You know, Ali's just soaking it all up. I might have to go check out this stream over again. You know, you guys can go to the Lapeef network and check it out. You know, they got hundreds of videos over there. We got hundreds of videos at Dr. Hood. We're reacting. We're doing our own thing. We're getting it very versatile. But for me to overlook the greatness of this channel and the establishment and all the branch off channels that come from this, right? It would be ridiculous, right? So let's go.
Can I say that?
You can say it. The first day that I met you, what did I say to you?
He asked me, did I give oral? I'll say that because he was a little.
And that's cool and everything, but if that's who did he see you as the first day he saw you? Did he see you as a woman that he could just say that to? You know, and I feel like I've been top of the food chain as far as dating women, you know, the draft picks, all of that, you know, from high school. That was what we were talking about, high school, right? So who did he see you as, and who did he end up with? You know, is this? I don't want to dig into it because it'll make it seem like Dr. Hood is picking on you. But like I said, I don't pick on nobody. I'm just dissecting it, putting a little bit more on it because you guys aren't giving much right here. I know women that I would just come out and say, hey, yeah, you give oral? Do you want to suck my, you know what? Right? And then I know women that it's like, okay, I can't come at her like that. She's top shelf. I can't really come at her like that. We're not talking about the cute women. I'm not talking about a cute woman. Even if you're not cute, if you respect yourself, a man's gonna respect you. So I'm not even gonna ask the question, but hey, who? The way a man comes at you the first day he sees you is the way that he sees you. Okay? So you guys putting on good shows. Sometimes you don't have to be just forthcoming with all the goodies, right?
A little more vulgar than that, though.
Listen, Bruiser, I've been the same way since I was born, bro. The same way since I was born. Ain't never been different. Always talk the same way. My mother will tell you that I've been the same way since I was born. So, I mean, you know, you
well,
can
you know
think.
what?
Hold on, wait. You can.
Okay.
But that's not the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making is this, and they say it all the time, and it is absolutely true. The character of a man is tested when he gets resources. The character of a man is tested when he has everything, right? So even if it was true, what you said, let's say I never could get a girl that had a pocket protector in my pocket and the whole 9 yards. And I'm cool with that, right? Because I don't think it's a badge of honor to sleep with a whole lot of women. I think the badge of honor is to have a level of dick discipline and to realize their value as a man. But let's just say hypothetically.
Yeah, but that's not what he was talking about. He was talking about was the opportunity there, right? Because it's not a badge of honor to have dick discipline if women don't want to fuck with you. It's not. And everybody cheering and got their thumbs up and cry, you know, they can't, you know, these thumbs up and shit. You guys are missing what Bruiser was saying. And you have to decipher these things, and these things are important, you know, because we're looking at men, they're talking about how to date women and what do you need to do. But if they weren't highly sought after, then how can they give you accurate, relevant information about the topic? You know, so yeah, this cheerleading, and you know, that's why I think this is probably a conversation that Bruiser and Anton should have by themselves, because Bruiser stepped over the line, and you know, because I would have took that as like, bro, that's a shot. So I'm not gonna put Bruiser into the seat, you know, like he's the good guy. He took a shot. Like, bro, I don't think, you know, looking at you, you know, he doesn't think that you could pull it off. And maybe you had a little, when you had the hair up there, you know, maybe you had 360s or some shit. You know, I don't know. You know, I had 360s. You feel me? Let's go.
That's true, and I had a pocket protector, right? Then that would mean that once I started getting resources and attention, that would mean that I would start to break out and it would start to be a different story, because that's not what I'm used to, right? So how am I able to maintain a level of character and stability, and how come my chick don't worry about me?
Bruiser.
You never switched up.
So
he remained consistent, and plus he got, once you, like you said, when you had the resources, you got a lot to lose. So that's when you really
exactly.
It's dudes that fumble every single day.
That's right. There's dudes that fumble every day. I don't know what happened though. I don't know what happened. They fumbling though. Bruiser, Mr. Let Go, you right.
He value all his hard work and all the stuff he earned.
It's dudes that lose and fumble every single day.
But
it's a woman that has that intrinsic value that can't be replaced.
Oh, Mr. Let Go, God damn.
Let me say this. Let me say.
Yeah, Mr. Let Go. You know, that was a good one, because you're laying it down on the line. You know, you're letting it be known. There's some intrinsic values of a woman that can't be replaced. It can't be duplicated. It will not be duplicated. And you know, when you realize that and it's too late, I hope that, you know, those values wasn't in the woman that, you know, he's not with now, because I would think like, damn. But I think that was real. Go back and check it out. It was real.
Say this. I think that more dudes should be nerds. I advocate for the nerds. I advocate for the dudes that's supposedly cornballs, because in my opinion, in other cultures, those are the dudes that celebrate it. We the only community of people that actually highlight the POSs, let's just say that. And we
don't do that. Don't do that, Anton. Don't do that. The guy that he's throwing shots at guys that get all the women. Guys that get all the women aren't POSs. They're not. They're just getting all the women. It's not their fault, I should say. Okay? So don't call guys POSs. I know you about to get into, you know, talking about nerds, and you know, I know how this is gonna go. I know how this is gonna go, right? So all dudes that get women, that get vagina all the time, they're not POSs. They're not, you know, just because you go to work and you do that doesn't make you a nerd. You know, you don't have to be a nerd. Nerdy things are what nerds do. You know, we can't just put that stigma on everything. Let's go.
Celebrate it. I don't think that that's cool. I think that the cool thing is getting a job and being a nerd and being successful and leveling up and becoming the best version of yourself. I think that you can't even truly judge a man until he's in his 40s and 50s, because he don't even hit his apex. He don't even really start to come into his own until he's in his 30s. Most dudes don't even start to get themselves together and realize the value that they could bring into this world until they become 30 or above. So when you see the true character of a person, you start to see it when he starts to get older.
Yeah, but the discipline doesn't matter if you're not getting women. You're not having that pressure that he had. He had a lot of pressure from a lot of women. It's hard to focus on one woman. It's easy to let the good ones slip by. And if you only had one, then how could you argue? That's why I think you guys should sit down and have this conversation, you know, and keep the same energy. Bruiser, you know, you came at him. You did. I'm not gonna let you slide with that. You did. You came at him. You sized them up, okay, and said, bro, I really don't think you're getting women like that. I do that all the time. I look at dudes on panels. I look at women and they're asking for $100,000 a year. A guy making $100K, $150K. You know, and then now we're here.
When he starts to get money, when he starts to have resources, how faithful are you? How dedicated are you? How much are you still continuing to grow once you become 30, 40, 50 years old? I'm rocking with I don't want to hang with the thugs. That's the thing that I was trying to get away from when I was raised in the hood. I want to hang with the nerds. I want to be in a room of people that's 10 times smarter than me, have a greater IQ than me, that can add value to me, that teaches me all of the things from a technical perspective that I've never could have learned hanging out in the hood with the dudes that was talking to BS on the corner every day. I want to be a nerd. I don't want to be in the limelight. You will never, ever catch me in a club. You will never, matter of fact.
Come on, bro. Stop it.
Everybody knows, anybody that's in the chat that was at the Lapeef shows in Houston or Atlanta, you know I was there chilling. Rita was by my side the whole time. If it wasn't about no business.
But this don't have anything to do with the pressure that Bruiser was talking about. You know, from a guy jumping out the gym, dunking, you know, an athlete, high school stud. It's different, bro. It's different.
Business, if it wasn't about connecting with the people, and I spent the majority of the time, I was one of the most social people in the entire room. The minute that it's over, I'm on a flight, I'm gone, and I'm about my business. I don't get caught up, I don't hang out, and that's no shade to nobody. Anybody can do what they want to do. I am about being a nerd and
you ain't gonna let them talk.
Business. I don't.
All I'm saying is.
So when people say that, but no, let me just say this one last thing. When people say that to me,
all right, you're gonna say one last thing, then let them talk.
Me, I take it as a compliment. When people say, Anton, you've been married, you ain't known nothing but one girl, I take it as a compliment. That is somebody that is giving me a badge. I'm rocking with that.
Yeah, all I'm saying is I wasn't consistent all the way from 17, 18, all the way to now. I'm saying that I was a different motherfucker, and I accept that because the person I've transformed into, I'm proud of it.
And a lot of times, those be the best ones, bro. Don't let nobody try to get one up on you just because they got married at super young, and you know what I'm saying? That don't make the marriage better. Don't make the relationship better.
And when I look back, man,
I'm with that.
I'm not saying I'm proud of what I did in the past. I'm proud of how I changed. I didn't think I can do it. That's why I believe in God. You get what I'm saying? Because these things that I was doing, bro, they was just it's almost unforgivable.
Right.
But the problem with your argument,
and you didn't believe that you could change, and you did. It sounded a lot like me, bro. I'm sorry. Some men we don't all see eye to eye because the journey was different. That's one thing we gotta embrace.
So Bruiser, and we like the transition, but you was doing the same thing that the women do. The same thing that the men do.
Listen, I am
you
not
were making excuses. You were making excuses as to why you didn't do the right thing and why you broke up your marriage.
What excuse did I make?
You was victim Olympics, I believe.
Bro, you made all kinds of excuses. My mom, I had a mom, all this shit.
And we say, why you ain't stay with your family?
Don't ask me why did I divorce?
Why you do this? You were saying,
your daddy won't hold me.
I didn't say it.
Man, he said he didn't have the pressure, man. You guys jumped to this, and then you got the whole heckling barn. They know who to have on the panel, man. It's very rare that you're gonna get somebody that's gonna speak their shit and go against the whole crew.
It was justified. I just told you that was the why. That was why I did it when I was 21 years old.
Jump out the gym. You said that I ain't had no big discipline, and you said I ain't had no father, and all of this other type of stuff. Yeah. That's all I'm saying is we got to be consistent.
Antoine Daniels, man. Man, he'll smack you up on there. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. Hit the like and subscribe. Everything's fair use. You know, we don't want no smoke over there with the Lapeef boys. You dig? We fuck with y'all. You dig? We disagree. That's what I do. I ain't making no videos just to agree with motherfuckers. You guys gotta understand, you know, there's different type of people out here in these spaces. I don't make videos just to agree with people. You got some content creators, that's what they do. They do reactions and they just agree with everything. That's a lane. There's a lane for that. You got a lane for that. That's not me. If I agree, I agree. If I don't, I don't. It'd be in the same video you make. I'll agree with half of it. I'll disagree with half of it. That's what we do. This Dr. Hood. I'm out. Peace.